One of the secrets of Fatima, of which we think on this 13th of May, was that of the vision of hell and what was down there, who was down there, and what brought them there, and what could keep them out of there. Prayer and penance. It was, of course, in the context of war. A lot of people were going in a short time in great density of concentration of souls into the beyond. If one is observing all this from heaven, one can but be somewhat concerned. All the lonely people, all the lonely souls who wake up 1 second after and find that the issue has not been faced and therefore not resolved before actually it was the only issue that was to be forever. And we have the testimony of the little children that had they not been already told that they would be going to heaven, they would have died. The shock was terrible. Our Lady was not being at all cruel in showing them this reality. The very fact of choosing children to see it was the kindness of a mother trying to warn all humanity, and giving signs and wonders also that they might believe. The sun danced at Fatima. Some years later, in the communist bloc, something very strange happened. It was all kept quiet and had to be, given how embarrassing it was. It seems that there was a race both upwards and downwards between the Soviet bloc and the American bloc. After a while, it seems that the American bloc let the Soviet bloc get on with it with regard to finding who could go furthest into the bowels of the earth. The Americans eventually won with regard to the race upwards, although the Soviets did have the first man up in space. But with regard to going downwards, it was in Siberia in the early 1980s that something very strange happened. They were boring into the very bowels of the earth, and they had powerful means of doing so, linked also with powerful sensory systems so as to record any eventual surprises with regard to things that they might detect with regard to tectonic movements, things at the lowest level. At a certain point, the massive drill started to whiz round without any resistance. It meant they had got to the point where it was no longer solid matter. And for about 30 seconds, the sound recordings were still coming up before the equipment started to melt. And what was heard was frightening, and it can still be heard. It was recorded, and though it was kept secret, it leaked out, and it can be heard on YouTube. Sounds of drilling in Siberia into the depths of the earth. They heard the sound of hell. The deepest hole in Siberia. There is a place beyond the ancient sea of ours that lapped our shore, where souls before, well bound, are found to walk eternity alone amid the many, where the store of memories known is all that can be known to be the grounds for floundering in this tide of days that came and went. There where is shown the one horizon vast as it is wide. There is a place that we thought far away, a world beyond our world. But now I hear that some did thither bore upon a day, and others did thence swim away in fear. For 'neath the sea a part of earth remains, and waves but lap a land of once tapped pains. The same had happened in very deep sea diving. Those who managed to go as far as the very depth of the bed itself of the ocean swam away in fear.